Hello, Paul.
Hello, Sarah. Is he still asleep?
Yes.
You gave him the pills?
Yes.
I'll go right up. No, not now, Sarah. But I could use a cup of tea. Hello, Peter. How are you tonight?
Your turn will come.
Well, I shouldn't think I look as sad about it as you do.
Not sad about it.
Well, you could have fooled me.
30 years. I've done my stint.
Ah, you'll miss it.
All right, some of it. Oh. Help yourself, won't you? Getting plenty to drink. Fine. I made some good mates. I'll miss them.
Oh, they'll still be here.
You know as well as I do. When you're out of it, retired, you're soon forgotten.
No, not you, Bert.
Why, me? Anyone. We're an insular bunch when you think about it.
No, people look after their own, whatever they're calling.
Calling? That's putting it a bit high, isn't it?
Yeah, come on. Have another drink.
Oh.
Excuse me. Scotch from Mr.
Yes,
Please,
Scotch.
another gin and tonic.
Love it.
Thank you. What are you now? 55?
6.
Anything lined up?
Oh, had a few offers from industry, security officer, that sort of thing.
Oh, well, it'll pay better.
Aye.
As long as you're not thinking of writing your memoirs.
I'll leave myself open to prosecution.
Alan.
Oh, hello, sir.
I didn't know you'd be here.
Inspector Parks invited me along.
Ah, yes, of course, old Parky. How is he? I haven't seen him for ages.
Oh, he's all right. He's over there somewhere.
Oh. Well, you know Bert Hamill, don't you?
Oh, yes, of course.
Bert.
How are you, sir?
Retired, so you don't have to call me sir. But where are you now?
T Division.
Involved in something interesting?
Traffic.
Man of your experience?
Have another drink.
I'm all right for a bit, thank you, sir.
Oh, well, I'd better circulate a bit. Last chance I get, I suppose. Well, I expect I'll see you before I go.
Yeah, of course you will, Bert.
Well, see you around,
Yes.
Alan.
Alan.
I hope so, sir. Enjoy your retirement.
I expect I'll hate it. Well, see you then.
See you, Matt. Well, how are things really?
I'm thinking of resigning.
How does that?
6 months ago, I was sweating on promotion.
I know. You deserved it.
And the demotion?
That too. You got off lightly, all things considered.
One mistake. Surely we're entitled to that.
Not in this case.
I've seen worse and nothing's happened, so have you.
I know.
Deacon was a thief, a big one. All I did was to nick him. That's my job, isn't it?
Look, it's not your job to act as an agent provocateur, to incite a man to commit a crime. And you had told me what you were doing.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry about that more than anything. I also know what you did for me behind the scenes. I'm grateful for that.
I'll forget it. Look, let me talk.
No, this'll do.
Look, Alan, sergeant's not such a bad rank at your age. You're a competent officer. Won't take you long to get back to inspector. You're efficient. The people upstairs know that.
I'd like... Yeah, how about that refill?
Yeah, sure.
It's gin, isn't it?
Yes.
Could I have a large gin and tonic?
Oh, come on, hang on.
No, thanks.
Oh, I'll stick with this one, thank you.
I'd like to...
Yeah?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, now, come on, now, what is it?
Well, I manoeuvred to get myself invited here tonight because I knew you'd be here.
And?
I wanted to ask a favor. That is, I wanted to...
Oh, come on, spit it out. Uriah Heep bit doesn't suit you.
I wondered if you consider putting in a word for me.
A word?
To get me back to Central.
As a sergeant.
What else?
Hello. Enjoying yourself? Let's sit over there, shall we? Keep the elbow going.
Yes, well, help yourself.
Look, I'm not so sure it's going to be as easy as all that.
For personal or procedural reasons.
Bit of both, I suppose.
it's not easy for me to ask.
I know.
And I let you down.
Yes.
It wouldn't happen again. It is important.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And if I don't consider it, you'll leave the force. That's moral blackmail.
All I'm doing is asking you to consider it. I wouldn't want to be back if you didn't think I could work with you again.
Even if I consider it, you know I can't order the transfer of personnel.
You can influence it, though. It's done all the time.
Look, I can make suggestions to the ACC. That doesn't mean to say
He's here tonight.
You really are hustling, aren't you?
Well, I told you it's important. Important to my future.
Well, just consider yourself lucky you've still got one.
Sugar?
Yes, you know that. Sarah.
Milk?
You must... Of course. Sarah, the boy...
Peter.
Peter, yes.
He was quite bright this morning. I read to him. He likes that. He's bright, you know. Well, of course you know.
Sarah.
Children have marvellous constitutions, a great resistance to infection.
Sarah.
I mean, we just assume because they're children they need protection against these viruses
Sarah, stop
and things that go around, but it's not so.
Stop it! You must stop it. It doesn't help, really.
I beg your pardon.
Sarah, the boy is dying.
Rubbish.
I wish to God it were.
How can you say that?
I'm a doctor, Sarah.
And a father, his father. Peter's father. And you can say
Stop
he's...
it! Stop that!
You don't want to be reminded of it, do you?
Sarah, please. I feel it as much as you. Almost as much. But we've got to face the facts. It exists. The disease which Peter has...
Don't use that word.
It exists. It's terminal. There's nothing we can do.
We?
Anybody. What time does Cyril get home?
He's working late.
How late?
Why?
Sarah, please.
About 10, I suppose.
Oh.
Why?
I want to be sure he understands. Sarah.
Oh.
If Peter wakes, he should sleep, but if he does, 2 of those pills, no more. I've got to go up to some function at Scotland Yard, but I'll phone you when I get back. I must get in touch with Cyril tonight. Sarah, please try and accept what I've told you.
Well, unfortunately, the fact is that policemen are judged on the number of cases solved, not the number of crimes prevented.
Judged by whom?
By the general public and by some of their senior officers.
I hope you don't think that I'm one of the senior officers who judge you that way, John.
Oh, no, sir. Mind you, heaven help the division whose clear-up rate's below the national average.
Paul?
Oh, I don't know that I'm qualified to comment. I'm just a police surgeon, not a policeman, thank goodness.
Come on, man. You're not in the witness box now?
Well, it does seem to me that society changes more quickly than police attitudes. They usually reflect the laws of the land.
Not unnatural. Oh, excuse me. Come on. Sorry.
No, I was saying that legislation doesn't always reflect the current needs of society.
That's the polite way of calling us a bunch of reactionaries. Our job is to enforce the law, not interpret it, Paul.
Yes, nevertheless, you often have to make value judgments, when to prosecute, when not to. And decisions often have to be made by individual policemen, which can have far-reaching effects on people's lives.
Oh, but surely the same argument could be applied to your profession, Doctor. Don't you often have to make the kind of decisions which affect people's lives?
Yes. Yes, that's sometimes true. Well, I really must be going, I'm afraid.
What, already?
There's something very urgent I have to attend to yet.
But you've only been here a moment.
Oh, a little longer than that, Harry. Good night.
Then good night, then.
Good night, Superintendent.
Good night, Doctor.
You ever worked with him, John?
No.
Good at his job. Very competent.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.
Well, I suppose I better go and have a word with old Bert before he leaves us.
What's that?
Yes?
before you go, there's just one thing.
What's that?
It's about Sergeant Ward. Who? He used to be a DI in Central Office. Worked with me a lot.
Inspector Ward.
That's what you remember, sir. He was up before a disciplinary board after the Deacon case, the art theft.
Ah, yes, I've got it now. Alan Ward, isn't it?
That's right.
Funny you should mention him, but I sworn I saw him the other night.
Yeah, I believe he is here somewhere, sir.
Well, what about him?
Well, actually, I was wondering if you could arrange his transfer back to C1.
Oh, why?
Well, several reasons, really, but mainly because I think he's being wasted where he is. He's an efficient detective, very keen.
Very serious business, John.
I think it was a case of over-enthusiasm rather than deliberate violation of the rules. And it would be a pity to lose him.
Lose?
I believe he's thinking of leaving the force.
Did he tell you that? I see. Tell me this, do you really want him back, or is it that you're giving way to some kind of moral pressure?
I think I'd like him back.
Think?
I know.
You also know the Commissioner's policy.
I realize it might not be easy, but... Well, I thought if you could just...
I'll think about it. There's Bert gone to. I must go and see Bert. Excuse me, over to you.
Well, I would be grateful, sir, if you...
John, I'll have another look at the disciplinary findings and think about it. That's all I can promise at the moment, all right?
That's all I ask, sir.
Right.
Large gin and tonic, please.
Not driving home, are you?
Well, I told him you were keen, but this is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Paul, I can't make head or tail of this medical jargon. What's it say in layman's terms?
It's the diagnosis, the report on Peter's illness. Symptoms, the treatment, the tests, and the conclusions. It also confirms. Cyril, I'm afraid it's inoperable. It's also terminal.
I know you said that before, but you weren't certain.
I'm afraid there's no doubt now.
How long?
A couple of months, probably less. I want you to try and make Sarah understand, you know. Accept.
How can I do that? I can't accept it myself.
Well, you have to. For both your sakes.
Couldn't you...
I've tried.
Oh, I don't mean as a doctor. I mean as our friend, our oldest friend. I mean, it was you who introduced us in the first place.
It's difficult.
Difficult?
What was that, Governor?
I said, this is ridiculous.
But you haven't read them.
I mean my hangover, Sidey.
Oh. Good do, is it?
Depends if you're referring to the event or its after effects.
Perhaps you should do it more often.
What?
I mean, having a drink. You know, build up the resistance. I mean...
Kingdom. Come in. Yes. Yes. Yeah, all right, fine. Yes, I got that, thank you. What do you want now?
It's more a question of what you want.
I'm sorry, sir.
Good party?
It was.
About your Sergeant Ward.
Yes, sir.
I've had a look at the case and Ward's record, and I've given it a lot of thought.
Yes?
And I've spoken to the Deputy Commissioner. You can have Ward back.
Thank you, sir.
But there is a condition.
Yes?
I want him kept under strict control. Do you understand?
I understand.
Be sure that you do, because I'm making you responsible.
Responsible? I'm responsible.
I didn't say that, Sarah.
Well, what are you in...
I'm saying we have. You, Cyril, myself.
I'm glad you recognise your responsibility.
Sarah. Please. Sarah, please. It's just that for 9 years we've accepted the situation. We've gone on being friends, good friends. Can't you see how irrelevant, how stupid it is now to start apportioning blame? Do you think that's going to help Peter, us, anyone? It's Peter's situation we have to consider here, Sarah, not the past. Don't you think I feel anything? Peter's dying, Sarah.
He is not.
It's not just my opinion. You know what the consultant said. After every conceivable test, every possible
Then
investigation...
why did they discharge him from hospital?
You know why? Because there's nothing more they could do. They wanted him to be in his own home with his own parents. Sarah, please accept it.
My son is not dying, Dr. Mason. You're not infallible. No doctor's infallible.
Of course not, but in
other
this
people
case...
have been given up by the doctors and still lived.
I know.
And there
know
are other
that.
ways. Prayer, faith, Christian Science,
Yes.
Lourdes, lots of ways.
All right, perhaps there are miracles. I don't know. All I know is that without a miracle, Peter's going. And in great pain, almost unbearable pain. Do you want to prolong it? Is that what you want? Do you want him to go on suffering?
What are you saying?
I'm saying let me help. Let him go. With peace and dignity.
Are you sure you understand?
Yes.
Good. Because I don't want any misunderstandings later on if I have to slap you down for being a little, well, what shall we say, overzealous?
It's not been overzealous to... I understand.
Nice to have you back.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for popping in. You begin in the morning.
Right.
Don't be late.
Sarah.
Police.
Sarah, please.
I want to report a murder.
I don't get it. Why's this for us?
The locals can't handle it. He's a police surgeon in the division.
And a friend of the ACC's.
Yes.
Nothing from the pathologist yet?
I'll give him a chance. He can't give us his report till he gets the results of the lab test.
You going to wait for it?
No, it could be a long job. The mother's made a complaint. Sooner we get her story, the better. And the doctor's.
But have you spoken to the pathologist?
Yes, he won't commit himself. But from his attitude, I'd say he thinks it likely that death was accelerated.
Euthanasia. It happens. Old people die in pain. Doctors put them out of their misery.
Yeah, old people, perhaps, but not children.
No, not children.
And it's still an indictable offence.
Murder?
As the law stands.
Right. Who to go for first? Mason?
No, he's on his rounds. They're looking for him. We'll start with Mrs. Belmont.
Yeah, the hysterical mother.
Hysterical?
It sounds like a neurotic to me.
Made up your mind already. Don't change, do you?
I know you think I was hysterical or suffering from shock when I made the statement to the other policeman, but I can assure you I'm not now. And I stand by what I said then.
Mrs. Belmont, I realize this is a very trying time for you, and I'm not here to make things even more difficult. But you have made a very serious allegation against Dr. Mason.
Which I stand by. He murdered my son.
Well, Sarah, you must try.
I must what?
Well, try and be reasonable. What possible motive could Paul Mason have for doing such a thing? I mean, Peter was like...
I believe Dr. Mason was a friend of you and your wife, as well as being the family doctor.
I've known him a very long time. In fact, he introduced Sarah and me.
You were aware, of course, of the seriousness of your son's illness?
Yes.
The extent of it, I mean the fact that it was incurable.
That's not true.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the facts confirm it.
What facts?
The reports from the hospital, the consultant's opinion.
Doctors have been wrong before now.
Well, the post-mortem will settle it one way or the other.
Mr. Belmont, I believe your son was in considerable pain most of the time.
Oh, yes, he was.
And Dr. Mason tried to alleviate this as far as he could with drugs.
Yes.
Now, were either of you opposed to this?
Oh, of course not.
No, I ask only because sometimes people reject certain treatment on religious grounds.
Oh, no. There's nothing like that. In fact, we often had to give Peter something ourselves.
Something?
The pills, they're mentioned in the report.
Oh, yes.
That's right, yes. You see, well, naturally enough, Dr. Mason wasn't always on call, so he told us exactly what to do. If Peter's pain became... You know, sometimes he suffered a great deal.
And that's when you gave him the pills?
Yes.
How many?
Oh, 2, never more than that. Dr. Mason was very definite about that.
Did you give him any yesterday?
Oh, Dr. Mason had called round himself.
Oh, what time?
I don't know, about 7, I think.
And he treated Peter, gave him his injection?
Presumably I wasn't there, but he normally did so that Peter could sleep through the night.
But did you give him any pills after that?
No.
Or before?
No.
Mrs. Belmont?
No.
Do you have any of these pills?
Yes.
Will you get them for me, please? Sergeant Ward will go with you.
What for?
To send to the laboratory.
What are you trying to suggest, Superintendent?
I'm not suggesting anything. I just want to make sure that we get our facts absolutely straight.
The fact is that Dr. Mason gave my son a fatal dose of morphine.
How can you be so certain?
Because he told me he was going to.
He told you?
Yes.
When did he tell you this?
Yesterday morning.
Were you alone with him when he told you?
Yes, my husband was at his office.
I see. What precisely did he say to you?
Well, I don't remember the precise words, but it was clear what he meant.
Yeah?
That he was going to kill my son.
Mrs. Belmont, it's very important that you try to remember exactly what it was Dr. Mason said to you.
He said, "Let me help. Let him go." As if he was a dog with distemper or something.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
He said he was going to help. Let him go.
Help? Let him go?
Yes.
Well, did he elaborate on that? I mean, did he explain what he meant by that remark?
Well, he said other things. I don't remember what exactly, but I knew what he meant.
Are you sure?
What do you mean? Of course I'm sure.
I'm just suggesting that the phrase, let him go, could mean something other than a statement of intent to kill your son.
Look, why are you asking me these questions? Why haven't you arrested him? Is it because he happens to be a police surgeon? You come into my home, you start treating me as if I'm to blame for what's happened. Is intolerable.
Sarah,
and
please.
you're as bad as them. Agreeing with everything they say, conspiring to make me
I'm
look
not
a fool.
conspiring.
If you knew the truth, you wouldn't be so
The
damned
chief
calm.
superintendent is only trying to help.
Shut up! Shut up, for God's sake, shut up!
Oh, very sorry, but my wife is under a great deal of stress.
Of course. I'm sorry we have to ask these questions.
But would you like a cup of tea before you go?
No, we'll come back when Mrs. Belmont's more herself.
Don't go.
Oh, I do think it would be better, dear, if they...
I'd like him to stay.
Well, if you're quite sure.
Please, make them the tea, Cyril.
Yes, if Mrs. Belmont doesn't mind.
But if you're absolutely
Cyril, don't fuss, please. I'll tell you why Dr. Mason murdered my son, Superintendent. It's because he's Peter's real father.
Is it true? Yes, it's true. Peter was my son.
Would you mind telling me about it?
Was Cyril, Mr. Belmont, present when she told you this?
No, he was out of the room.
So he doesn't know, then?
As far as I know.
Well, there's not much to tell, really. I met Sarah Belmont about 10 years ago. I hadn't been practicing long, about 2 years. She was a patient. Oh, yes, I'm aware of the ethics that govern my profession, Mr. Kingdom, but at the time, well, we were infatuated with each other, and doctors are human too, you know. We thought we were in love, and we became what's romantically described as lovers.
Were you married at the time, Doctor?
Yes. My wife died in an accident 5 years ago.
I'm sorry. When did Mrs. Belmont marry?
Our affair had been going on about 6 months when I introduced Cyril to her. She was already pregnant, although we didn't know it. And when she found out, well, Cyril had fallen rather heavily for her, and she seemed to be quite fond of him, so...
Fond, Doctor?
I don't believe she ever really loved him.
They married?
Within a month of meeting, but I think she did it partly out of a kind of revenge. He was my friend, and she thought I treated her rather badly, if you see what I mean. Well, that's it, more or less. After they married, I continued to be their friend and doctor.
And Mrs. Belmont's lover?
No. Although Sarah went on being, well, in love with me, I suppose you could say, for quite some time. Oh, I know. She hates me now, or thinks she does. She's suffered terribly the past few months because of Peter's illness. She just refused to accept the fact he was dying. I mean, I'm no psychiatrist, but it's not difficult to see why she's made this accusation. The guilt she's felt over the years and her almost pathological love for Peter It's all somehow got mixed up in her mind, and now she blames me for what's happened.
No. When Peter was born, he was a normal baby.
Oh, he was a perfect baby.
A 9-month baby?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, I told Cyril he was premature. It seemed the only thing to do at the time, and he didn't question it. He was only too delighted to be a father. Although it distressed me for quite some time. Deception. But in the end, I finally decided to leave things as they were. I thought it was better. I think the truth would have destroyed him.
What do you mean he's not my son?
Just that. Peter was not your son.
Oh, you're mad.
No.
Now, whose son was he then?
Ask your friend, the doctor.
You're very upset. This whole business has upset you.
Did you ever look at Peter? Didn't it ever occur to you that he wasn't like you in any way at all? What about his premature birth?
Now, don't go on.
Why do you think he killed him? Because I threatened to expose him. He
Now,
would have
stop
been
it.
struck off the medical register. Peter
it.
was the evidence. He couldn't go against
Shut
him.
up! For God's sake, shut up!
She told you that?
Yes.
Oh, but she... I don't understand.
Are you saying, Doctor, that she didn't threaten to report
She
you?
never mentioned it. And anyway, it was such a long time ago, I doubt if the GMC would even
Yeah,
consider
all right, Doctor. But is it true that you told Mrs. Belmont that you would help let him go?
No.
No?
At least not in that sense. I wanted to help her, to persuade her to accept the inevitable.
You're claiming she misunderstood you.
Evidently.
Wasn't it evident at the time?
No. But I do see now what she meant when she said she wouldn't even consider it.
Tell me, did you ever consider it?
Consider it? Yes. There aren't so many doctors who haven't considered it at one time or another. You have a patient, an old woman or an old man, lying in some geriatric ward, bedridden, crippled, helpless, nothing to live for except more and more pain. Yes, there are plenty of us who've considered it. There are quite a few who've done more than consider it.
Including you.
You can ignore that question, Doctor. This wasn't a geriatric patient, this was a child.
Your own child.
And you were giving him large doses of morphine.
What does the pathologist say?
We're still waiting for the PM result.
Then you'll have your answer, won't you?
Yes. No, I think that's all. Oh, there is one more thing.
Yes.
Did Mr. and Mrs. Belmont ever try to have more children?
You weren't man enough, Cyril. You weren't man enough!
You bitch. Oh, you bitch.
Cyril!
What do you think?
I think it's a pity you didn't learn a bit of tact while you were in exile.
Because I pushed the doctor a bit.
Oh, it was pointless. He was telling us all he could. Anyway, we'll get the facts as soon as the PM result arrives.
It has.
Oh, and what's the answer?
Well, I haven't owned it. It's addressed to you. I have that much tact.
Sarah. You're right. Look at
Oh,
this.
Paul, I'm sorry.
Sorry, what for?
Oh, will you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive.
But what if they prosecute you because of what I've said?
They won't. I didn't do it. Is Cyril in?
Oh, Paul, please forgive me.
I've told you there's nothing to forgive.
There is. I told him.
told him?
I told Cyril about you and me, about Peter.
Oh, no.
I didn't mean to. I didn't realise what I was saying. I didn't know.
Where is he?
He went out. He took the car.
A considerable quantity of morphine, but not excessive in the circumstances, and not contributory to the cause of death. So he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Get him on the phone for me, will you, please?
Right.
Cyril! Waiting for me? Why out here? Come on. The nurse would have let you in. Anyway, I've got a waiting room, haven't I? A few old copies of Punch. What more could you want? And we've got a few things to straighten out, haven't we?
No reply.
I'll keep trying.
All right. He's been shot.
Dead?
Very.
When?
Came over on the teleprinter. 2 witnesses, one of them got the car number. We're checking on it.
All right, get a car around for us.
It's waiting. Was it something we said?
So why not be sensible, Mr. Belmont?
Any sign of her in there?
No. Odds are against it, I suppose.
Not being there.
Being alive.
Yeah. Hang on.
Her?
No, him.
Gun?
Yes. Come on. Right, I know where to go.
Right, yes, sir.
Carry on.
Behind me.
Mobile headquarters calling Centre 70. Will all units please stand by and wait for further instructions? Over and out. It is all tuned in, sir. You can now speak to either or any of the men.
Right. Right, control to all units, K-Force. Control to all units. This is Chief Superintendent Kingdom. Now listen carefully.
Situation is this. Inside that house is a man armed with a rifle. At the moment, we don't know how much ammunition he's got, if any. But we must take it for granted that he has got ammunition and that he's prepared to use it.
It's more than probable he also has a hostage in there with him, his wife. Bearing this in mind, no one, repeat, no one, is to approach the house without a direct order from me.
I want every man to stay in his present position until I order otherwise.
Now, officers who are armed will not, under any circumstances, fire without first contacting me, and only then, on my direct order.
What if Belmont comes charging out firing at them?
Officers will ignore that directive only if under direct attack, and only then if forced to do so.
I want to make it quite clear I don't want any heroics. Right? Anything else?
Keep a close watch for Mrs. Belmont.
One more thing. Every man is to keep strict and constant surveillance on the house and report immediately any significant movement. It's essential that we know if there is anyone else in there with him, especially the wife.
Detective Constable Sidey report in.
Sidey here, sir.
Everyone in position out there now?
Yes. I think we've got all the points covered, sir.
Right. Maintain a close watch. Follow the instructions I've just given.
Will do, sir.
Right. That just about covers it.
Just about.
How do I get headquarters on this thing?
Just to switch this knob here, sir.
No more men.
No. He didn't respond to the loud hailer. See if we can get hold of the GPO. Get them down here, rig up a line between his phone and here.
Why don't you use one from one of the houses over there?
No, I want to be on hand in case anything unexpected happens.
I wonder how he got that rifle.
Maybe he had it already.
You know, I was thinking that if there was some way of checking, we might be able to discover what his ammunition situation is.
Nothing to work on. In any case, it would take too long. Still be too uncertain to take any risks.
So we wait.
Yeah.
She must have told him.
What?
Mrs. Belmont, she must have told her husband about Mason and the boy.
Brilliant.
No, I was just thinking what's going on in her mind. If she's still alive.
Cyril, why? Why? Why are the police out there? Why have you got the gun? What have you done?
I've killed him.
You killed Paul.
Yes.
Oh, God.
GPO here now, sir.
Right, tell them what we want. Well, I suppose you can't help feeling sorry for him, really.
Belmont?
Yeah.
He'll survive. Paul Mason's dead.
Still.
Funny.
What?
Cyril Belmont, his kind. When they snap, they really crack, don't they?
Perhaps it's because they've got more to lose than other people. Their sense of loss is greater.
He's still a murderer.
Get up.
Why?
Get up!
What are you going to do?
I want a drink.
A drink? What sort of a drink?
Something cold, I'm thirsty.
Well, the lemonade's in the kitchen.
That's right. And get it out of the fridge. Take it to the window and pour it over there.
Why?
Because I want them to see you.
Sir, I can see someone. I'm in control. Control. I see someone at the window.
Look, who the hell's that speaking?
Sorry, sir, it's Sidey. It's a woman. Ground floor back. The kitchen, I think. She's pouring a drink of some sort.
Can you describe her, Sidey?
Yes, sir. She's about 30 with long blonde hair.
That's her, all right.
She's handing the drink to someone now, sir.
Well, can you see who it is?
Sorry, sir, she... Hang on. No, sir, she seems to have left.
All right, continue observation. Now control to all units, K-Force. As you probably heard, it's been confirmed that there is someone in the house with him. It's almost certainly his wife, Mrs. Belmont. Continue observation, await further orders. Out. Well, at least she's still alive so far. What are those GPO blokes doing? Chase them up, will you?
Do, sir.
I think it's about time we took the initiative.
Well, what do you suggest?
I'm not sure yet, but I'll think of something.
House, it's absolutely futile. You can't go anywhere.
You won't come there. Now that they know you're here,
But there's nowhere you can go.
there's nowhere I want to go.
If you gave yourself up.
Yes, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Our lives are over, Sarah. Everything that I lived for. You. And Peter. His house. It was all a lie.
Peter was your son. You loved him. You brought him up. He loved you. It doesn't matter that Paul was... Peter was ours.
No, he was never that.
He was. If I'd told you at the beginning, I know you might have... But I couldn't. It was too late. If only you could look on it.
Get out there. Is it ringing?
Yeah. Thank you.
Take it! Yes.
Mr. Belmont.
Who's that?
Chief Superintendent Kingdom. Are you still there?
What do you want?
Are you all right?
What do you mean?
I mean, have you calmed down enough to talk to me?
I've got nothing to say to you, Superintendent.
Allow me to say something to you then, please. I want you to think about what you've done. I want you to think about it very carefully. Then I want you to think about your present situation. But above all, I want you to think about your wife and try and understand why she acted as she did. When you've done that, I want you to let her leave the house. You stay if you want to, but let her go. It can only make things worse if you...
Oh, blast! Well, run off.
Yes.
Hang on. I've got an idea. He listened to you for a while, right?
Right.
Well, give him a chance to think about what you said. He's an intelligent man. You never know. He may respond. But in any case, don't ring back again until I've had a chance to get round to the back of the house.
What are you going to do when you get there?
Break in. No, listen. We keep in touch by radio, right?
Right.
You leave that thing on. I should be able to hear on my radio if you're still talking to him. If you are, I know that he's not at the back of the house. I sneak up. I do a spot of professional breaking and entering. Those ground floor windows will be no trouble. There'll be no noise. You keep him busy. I'll jump him.
I don't like it.
Why?
It's too dangerous.
Oh, come on. I'm not a fool and I've got this.
Look, suppose he doesn't answer. Or if he rings off when you're stuck halfway through the window. You can't have your radio on then. He'd hear it. Just have to walk into the kitchen and wham.
Well, I've got ears too, right? As soon as that window's open, I'll be able to hear what he says easily. Remember, that kitchen leads into the hallway where the phone is.
Alan, wait. Wait! Wait! Supposing something goes wrong and Mrs. Belmont gets shot.
Look, he's had time to cool down. If he was going to shoot her, he'd have done that when he came back first.
He's a bright boy. He knows the value of having a hostage.
All right, but he does seem to be rational enough at the moment, doesn't he? That's the time to strike. It is possible that the longer he stays there, the more hopeless he'll realize the situation is. He could despair and, well, do anything. Now, come on, it's worth a try.
What are you going to use to break in?
Courtesy of the GPO.
All right, but...
I'll call you when I'm set.
We can't stay here forever.
You want me to do it now? Hmm?
Get back! Get back!
Pick it up.
Hello?
Hello?
Mrs. Belmont?
Yes?
This is Kingdom. Are you all right?
I'm perfectly all right, Superintendent.
Is your husband there?
Yes.
I mean, is he there in the hall with you?
Yes.
Alan, look lively. Switch that off.
So we were talking...
Now! Get out! A bloody burglar alarm. What the hell's going on?
Help! It's breaking in!
Come through the window!
Come through the window! Across the room! Get it! Across the way! Get out of my way! Get the door. Go, get it.
Here, take this. How's Mrs. Belmont?
She'll be all right. Broken ankle. I'm sorry about the alarm.
So am I. I'm sorry about all of it.